Salah will become a defender when he's older and join Atletico to win La Liga. Are we going for that kind of Jesus Navas, Man City to Sevilla, right mid to right back kind of feel? I've spent the last 9 months going back in time, unearthing football predictions from the deepest, darkest pits of the internet, and the results were shocking. Ho ho ho, welcome back. Welcome back to the Football Time Machine. It's a Christmas special, I guess. I don't know. Christmas jumper? Kind of Inter Milan themed. Oh, I don't know, to be honest. It's not actually a Cesaro jumper, but it kind of looks Inter Milan, and that's why I got it. So it's even got the advertisement there. Anyway, so hopefully we're all getting stuck into some turkey and enjoying a very heavily football polluted Christmas. I know I will be. Eating some ham and turkey, sitting down watching all those football fixtures. Bear with me because I am enjoying the Christmas period and I'm away for a couple of weeks, so there might not be as many uploads as I would usually. Nevertheless, in the new year, we're going to hit it twice as hard. So I hope you enjoy this episode of the Football Time Machine's subscriber special. I think 9 now, coming up to 10, so 10 will be a special one. Yeah, let's get right into this. Entry, please.
Entry, please.
Lamine Yamal leaves Barcelona if their financial crisis resurfaces, like Messi having to leave for big money to fund the club's debt. This could happen if he was in the peak of his powers in his mid-20s. The only way this would happen is if Lamine Yamal gets to such a level like Messi did and demanded high wages. Other than that, I cannot see Lamine Yamal leaving Barcelona. How many La Masia products have left Barcelona and succeeded? Cesc Fabregas left for Arsenal, ended up coming back a start, left again to play for Chelsea and succeeded, but that was way down the line. Thiago left for Bayern Munich, won the Champions League, became one of the best midfielders in the world. Yeah, okay. Icardi, I suppose, left for Inter Milan, became a top striker at PSG, won lots of trophies, yeah. Hector Bellerin left for Arsenal, won a few FA Cups, I guess. Adama Traore left Barcelona. Again, after a good few clubs, hasn't really won anything. And Marc Cucurella, who has left Barcelona for Brighton, ended up moving to Chelsea, and is going to win the Premier League this year. So, yeah, some found success, but more often than not, staying at Barcelona brings you way more success than leaving. Havertz will win the World Cup with Germany and get a £100 million move to Barca. Havertz is the modern day equivalent of Alvaro Morata. I guarantee he'll be passed around all the big clubs in the next 10 years and everyone will be questioning how he does it. Yes, he is a fantastic top level footballer. Yes, he is on the international stage. Yes, he makes teams work, but he's one of those players that kind of does well in purple patches and then kind of goes unseen for a long time. Similar to Alvaro Morata, comes up on the big stage quite a lot, but then just isn't consistent enough to be at the top level. Of course, he's playing unreal for Arsenal this season, better than his Chelsea days. The system suits him a lot more, but he's still not that top striker that Arsenal need. Gyökeres is being talked about as his replacement already, and he's only been there a year. Havertz is a very Alvaro Morata style player, and in the next 10 years, you will see that. Ryan Gravenberch will be the best DM in the world. Ryan Gravenberch's competition at the moment is, well, Rodri, I guess. I mean, he is a bit of a box-to-box nowadays, but he is a DM. Caicedo, Tchouaméni, I guess he's a centre-back now, or like, I don't know, Camavinga, which also gets played at left-back now, that inverted role. There's plenty of players out there. Gravenberch this season has been pretty incredible for Liverpool and is key to their success this season. That midfield has finally got going. But of all positions in football right now, DM feels like it's one of the most hotly contested. Rice as well, I completely forgot about Rice. Remember a couple of seasons ago when DMs were the most hotly valued property on the market, going for 100 million, as Caicedo and Rice and Enzo Fernandez did in the end. And Gravenberch going for like half of that price, going for like, what was it, 50 million? He's starting to prove how good he really is. Inter Miami will reach the Club World Cup semi-final and lose to a European club. No one cared about the Club World Cup until they started shaking money in their face. A few weeks ago, Ancelotti was saying that they might not even turn up, until they've said recently that even just being part of the tournament, you'll receive like 60 million. And if you win it, you receive double that. Now all the clubs are paying attention. It seems like a load of rubbish. And it seems like a cash grab for those involved, obviously bringing Inter Miami. If we take a step back, I know it's this kind of Super League thing. In 50 years' time, the first people to win the Club World Cup will be looked at as a part of history. All of these predictions that I get in about there being a worldwide league, it feels like the Club World Cup is heading in that direction. Virgil van Dijk will retire as top 5 centre-backs in history. We went through this in a recent video. I got absolutely slated. 1, because I put Maldini as a left back, which he is. But 2, because there's about 10 of these centre backs who are the greatest in history, and you could put them on any order in their day. I think is knocking on the door at top 5 if he has another couple of good seasons. A lot of the others for 10 to 15 years were at the top of their game, and Van Dijk has been like that every other season. So yeah, I'm not really sure. In terms of top 5 primes in history, Van Dijk probably gets there for that 2019-2020 year, because he was just outrageous. Arsenal will decline. They'll come 5th this season and Arteta will be sacked. Arteta is in trouble. If they don't win the league again, what does that say about Arsenal? How many years is he into the project now? 5, 6 even? They've got a prime squad, they've spent a lot of money, and they are a brilliant team. They're a brilliant team, but they're not that next level where they should be winning titles and putting titles to bed like they haven't done in the last couple of years. Obviously, they're going against one of the best teams in history with that Man City team in the last 5 years. But last season, not putting it away and letting Chelsea and Liverpool back into the race now, as of from this season, was a big mistake, I think, because Slot and Chelsea are only going to get better now, so the competition is even more fierce. And Arteta did not take his chance in the last couple of years. And that is worrying for Arsenal fans, because imagine Chelsea's banter period lasted 2 years and they go on to win a title before Arsenal do again, and they're not even at max prime yet. Or Liverpool, who had a couple of years off and they're back already and they win a title before Arsenal do. It is worrying. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The season is so long. People writing people off by Christmas have not watched the Premier League in the last 20 years because there's so many dips in that March period. February, March. When Liverpool played Chelsea, it was quite tight. It wasn't, it could have gone either way. I think Arsenal are going to be in that 3-horse race this season, and I think it will be the best Premier League season for the past 15 years because it will be so competitive. I don't think Arteta will be sacked at the end of this season. I don't think they'll come 5th because I think it will be a 3-horse race until the very end this season, and that will save Arteta his jobs because he'll be there or thereabouts. I have a prediction that a player who wears the number 22 will become the greatest player of all time. I mean, there are not many players who wear the number 22. I know Jude Bellingham wore the number 22 and he has a very, very high ceiling. Has he the potential to be the greatest player of all time? Probably not. Rafinha also wore the number 22 and he has been on fire this season. Just so clinical. So he's just mastered his trade at that speed and clinical finishing. But do I think he's going to be the best player of all time? No. The only other player that comes to mind is like Hakim Ziyech or Angel Di Maria. Both brilliant players, but not the greatest player of all time. Maybe this is hinting at a player that we haven't seen yet and is about to break onto the scene. Number 22, look out for it. Chelsea will be a serious title contender in the coming 2 seasons and Liverpool will win the league this season. The Premier League 24-25 has massive similarities to the Premier League 2013-14. It was a 3-horse race between Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester City all the way to the final 3 match days. I feel like we're going to see the same thing this season. Liverpool are the Man City of that season because they have the strongest team in the league. Chelsea, much like that 13-14 season, ended up winning the league the season after because there were a couple of components or a few players too young away from the Premier League win that they did in 14-15 under Mourinho. Salah will become a defender when he's older and join Atletico to win La Liga. Are we going for that kind of Jesus Navas, Man City to Sevilla, right mid to right back kind of feel? Salah's whole game is based around scoring rather than assisting like Jesus's was. So I can't really see him becoming a fullback. I mean, you never know. Thank you for watching, guys. This is the Football Time Machine Subscriber Christmas special. I hope you all have a banging Christmas and I will see you all in the new year. Peace.